Welcome to the deep dive. So today we are looking at a daily reading. It's titled Day 48, Living a Life of Generosity. And our mission today is to explore the framework this text uses for redefining what it truly means to be a generous person. Okay, let's unpack this because most of us think of generosity as this, simple bank account transaction, right? But this text, well, it frames it more like a river flowing through you.
Yeah, it's a completely different mental model. And to really understand that river analogy, we first have to look at the foundational mindset shift the text makes regarding, well, who actually owns our resources?
Right, because usually we just assume we own our stuff.
Oh, 100%.
Right.
But the text asserts this theological premise that everything, literally everything, ultimately belongs to God. I mean, we are talking your time, your abilities, relationships, and even life itself.
That is a huge shift in perspective.
It really is. Because when we view ourselves as like stewards rather than owners, giving actually becomes a joyful response instead of this reluctant obligation. It reflects that principle from 2 Corinthians 9:7 about being a cheerful giver.
So what does this all mean for daily life? It's easy to say be a steward, but how does that actually look in practice?
Well, what's fascinating here is how the text expands generosity far beyond just money. I mean, we always default to cash when we hear the word generous, don't we?
Oh, totally. We just think about writing a check.
Right. But the text specifically highlights giving things like encouragement, extending forgiveness, and giving your attention. It even mentions hospitality, sharing wisdom, and just simply offering your presence.
Which naturally exposes the real barrier to giving, doesn't it? Because if generosity isn't just financial, the text argues the barrier isn't just basic selfishness.
No, it's not. The true opposite of generosity, according to the text, is the scarcity mindset. It is that tiny voice in your head that says, I don't have enough to give.
Like you're constantly running on empty.
Exactly. And the text uses these classic religious narratives to counter that fear. It brings up Jesus praising a widow who gave just 2 small coins, and then the story of multiplying a boy's lunch.
Right, to prove that the size of the gift literally doesn't matter.
Yes, the condition of the heart matters far more than the size of the donation. It is about breaking that paralysis of scarcity.
Here's where it gets really interesting. I think of it kind of like building muscle or, priming an old water pump. You don't wait until you feel incredibly wealthy to start giving. You use what is already in your hands.
Yeah, you just start with whatever you have.
Yeah.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, this completely shifts how we treat each other.
Oh, for sure. It changes everything about our relationship.
It really does. The text details how a generous spouse gives unprompted appreciation,
Yeah.
or like a friend gives unconditional support, and a parent gives their time just to sit and listen. It is all generosity.
And that everyday relational impact, well, it leads directly to the very practical challenge the source lays out for you, the reader.
Yes, it concludes with a specific call to action. Choose one intentional act of generosity today.
Just one thing.
Right, just one, like
Okay.
sharing a meal, visiting someone who is lonely, or just offering sincere words to someone. But the catch is, you have to do it without expecting any recognition or repayment at all.
Which forces you right back into that steward mindset. You are just managing the flow.
I love that. Well, as we wrap up, I want to leave you with this final thought. If generosity really is about being a flowing channel rather than a storage container, how much of your own joy and connection stagnates when you build a dam out of the fear that you won't have enough?